What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today this tip is going to be an absolute banger. I'm going to go over how this is how I do it, and it's like most effective for me. It's fun too. I mean, imagine that. I mean, stopping this blitz without running the ball. It's possible, folks. So what we're going to go over today is like how to get around the big dime 146. And if you look at this formation, right, like it just doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, yeah, there's cool blitzes out of it, but if you're in a set like gun bunch or like any two tight end set, you should be able to block this. That's how it should work, right? Wrong. Not according to Madden 20. Because apparently this is the cheesiest blitz in the game if you're going up against people that want to just sit back in the pocket and play a casual passing attack and have a casual passing attack. You're not having a casual passing attack with this defense. Like, I don't know why it's the case. I hate seeing it, but this is how I get around it. And this is the tactic that we're going to use is the quick passing game. So yeah, I'm gonna go over how, like, I'm not exactly sure how people run this, because I don't run it, because it's a scummy defense in my opinion. Like, if you run this, you're not good. Like, you're just not, like, I mean, you're using something that's good, but at the same time you're like, I don't know, like, it's just a scummy defense. I just hate seeing it, but I've got to where I love seeing it now because it makes it easy on offense for me. Like, it makes my reads easier, and I just have a field day with it. That's just the end of the day. Now, what people used to run, and people still do it, it used to be cover 2 sink, and what it is a contain blitz. And what they do is, I'll show you. It used to be cover 2 sink, but this works against cover 2. These methods that I'm going to show you, they work against cover 2 sink and DB Sting 2 buzz. And the DB Sting 2 buzz is what people are doing now. Like, I've seen that more than cover 2 sink recently. So we're going to go DB2 Sting, and formation. See, we're in the Arizona Cardinals playbook. This is the playbook I've been all year, and this is the tactics you need to use. Trick plays. I'm telling you, trick plays. RPOs, jet touch passes, that crap works. Like, and they're being very underutilized. So if someone is coming out in this kind of blitz and their baseline is showing blitz, you know, bringing everybody up to the line, you need to be like, all right, that's fine. I got something for you, you know. And there's a ton of stuff in here. Like, the main formation, the formation I prefer to run is gun cluster. But when I'm going up against this blitz, your boy ain't running gun cluster. So what I like to do, see, there's the open flex. That's a really good RPO read flat. Y'all see me do that with the tight end all the time. And then there's another RPO is double. I love this formation. And I only run 2 plays out of this formation, really. I run RPO FL screen. You know, I flip it because my grab and go Michael Irvin is at wide receiver 1. So grab and go wide receiver, make sure you got that. And then the jet touch pass out of this to the slot receiver, that works really good. And what's another one? It's out of, this one. RPO read bubble. I run that a lot against Tampa 2 in general, if I'm struggling in gun cluster. And then this empty base flex, I like the jet touch pass, and we're going to go over all those things. So we're going to start with the trips. Tyreek Hill is here anyway, so it kind of helps. So like I said, I don't know exactly how they set up this blitz. I know it's something like if you guys know how they set it up, let me know, because I sure don't. But what they do is they'll since it's a contain blitz, they'll QB contain, which is L1 R1. That's QB contain. But instead of the defensive ends being on contains, they bring where am I on the slot? They bring the 2 blitzing slot cornerbacks, and they bring them in like this, and they bring them in to where they bring them in close enough to where they're on contains, right? And then I think from there they just blitz. I'm pretty sure they just blitz everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then they like to come down with the safety and like hover or something like that, right? So anyway, if you're seeing that and you have any sort of common sense to you, you'll know if you come out in this play. Now we're going to show the play art. Now, does that look like it's going to cover that? Absolutely not. Now watch what happens. Exactly. He doesn't know what to do. And you house these things most of the time. Like, I'll say 90% of the time you house this crap. Like, I'm not going to do the setup this time, you know, but you see, anytime you see this formation, you see people coming out on this, just do this. Like, it really doesn't get any simpler than that. Like, I don't know why people try to overcomplicate it and say, well, you need to go on gun bunch, ID this guy, slide protect this guy, motion this guy, and no, like, it's a lot simpler than it is. Like, it really is. Just look. I mean, they're blitzing, right? So just do this. And this isn't the only play you can use. Like, there's other plays. There's other plays you can use. I love RPOs. See, look at that. We just made a miss. But see, I'll show you guys another play, right? Another play. Let's see. Let's go back, and then we're gonna come back out in big dime, and DB sting, and under formation. Where's that other one we were talking about? We went over the trips. We're gonna go open flex, RPO read flat. I've gone over this before. You know, they blitz everybody, bring everybody in here, just like this, and just assume that they're doing their thing. It doesn't matter, okay? I know I'm not fully setting up the blitz, okay? I'm not, like, because I don't know how to do it, but trust me, this works. Like, now I will say the read flat is the one that works. It's the one that's going to work the least amount often, if that makes sense, because you're throwing it to a tight end. You see, I mean, the blocking is really good, but you're throwing it to a tight end, and he's not going to be as fast as like a Tyreek Hill or another receiver, you know? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? See, you just want to wait and pull it out at the right time. You know, Kelsey's got a mean stiff arm, so I mean, of course you're going to want a good rack catch tight end. So, and as usual with RPOs, see, that's why I say it's not as good, because you're not as guaranteed to get a house call with this as you are with if you were running an RPO to a receiver, because you just tight ends are just naturally slower. So yeah, so like right here, we didn't have, if that was Tyreek Hill, we would have housed it, but still, that's a first down though. You gotta think about it, that's a first down. So okay, that's the second play. And like RPO, the Arizona Cardinals aren't the only playbook with RPOs. I'm sure you guys know that, but like, I'm just telling you, you guys are making it a whole lot harder than it needs to be when it comes to doing this. Like, okay, gun doubles, this is my favorite one, right? This is my favorite one. RPO FL screen. And Sammy Watkins doesn't have grab and go, but just watch this, right? The reason I like this one the best is because it's a lot harder for the user to shoot down there and pick it off, unless they're using that cornerback over there that's directly over him, and even then he gets caught up in blockers sometimes. But see, just watch, they bite every time. You see how that guy sucks in? Now, I mean, that was bad stick by me, but you've seen in my gameplays, every time somebody runs out against me, it's like, watch, they bite every time, and then you have a one-on-one with the safety. This is literally so easy. Like, this is how you beat this. It's not by running stretch. I mean, I'm sure you could do it that way. It's all according to how you play. But see, look, if this is consistent as frick, like, no grab and go on this guy. No grab and go on this guy. So we're going to run it one more time. And this is like what works the best. You see the guy, you're reading the P over his head. You're seeing if he bites or not. And in this particular formation, they bite every single time. You see, he hasn't bit on Sammy Watkins one time. So there's that. I'll run it one more time just for craps and giggles. Yep, I really said that. But okay, there's that. And then there's touch passes, jet touch passes. Now, if you have a fast receiver, obviously this is going to work a little bit better. But see, big dime 146, DB sting 2 buzz, You want to go down here. We'll do, I have Barry Sanders on my MUT team, so it's a lot more OP. Like, you guys see me run this all the time in my gameplays. Jet touch pass, same thing. Jet touch pass is probably the easiest plays in Madden to run, other than running the ball. But see, look, I mean, jet touch passes, sometimes they block, shed, and tackle you. Is all according to the angle that you take, but most of the time you're going to get good blocking on this because of it's a big set. And I probably shouldn't have juked there, but we still got yards. So there's that. There's also that. Let me go back to the defense. Oh man, I can't believe y'all are overcomplicating this. Like, I know I'm talking like I'm like the next Madden champion here, and with a lot of overconfidence, but I'm telling you it works. Like, it really does. And look, jet touch pass out of this. It doesn't matter if they set the blitz up or not. You know, I'm not doing anything to set up the actual blitz, but I guarantee you this is gonna work. You've seen it work. Like, if you want proof, watch my gameplays. You know, you got the motion touch pass with Tyreek Hill, and look, he's faster than the whole team. Now, I will say, I haven't ran this one as often because it's not as consistent. But I mean, every once in a while, you want to pop one. Like, you know, like this isn't obviously the best example, but this isn't the only play you can use either. There's tons of other plays to combat this. I like to take it up the middle. Oh, see, like that. We learned something new today. There's times where I've accidentally taken this up the C gap, but what you want to do is you want to go up this way with it instead of trying to go around the edge. Like, you can go around the edge with the other touch pass, but I run these plays. You see, we got stuffed that time because we got sucked down into an animation, but we'll run it one more time. But you see the point, right? I mean, when you see this defense, do not look at that. Look at that stick work. Do not try to sit back in the pocket and pass against this defense. If you're having trouble with this defense online, tell your friends about this video, right? Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, like, just to get this video out. I'm sure this video is going to get a lot of views because I'm going to clickbait the mess out of it, but it's true. Like, it's honestly true. I mean, there's not much more you can say. I mean, jet passes, RPOs are good. Like, RPO bubbles are good against Tampa 2 anyway, especially if they're blitzing. Like, it's so simple. Like, don't ever let somebody tell you, like, obviously you could, if you want to overcomplicate yourself and do all this blocking, slide protect, all this jizz jazz just so you can run your scheme, then do that. That's fine. But if you want to save yourself no adjustments, right? Like, I hadn't made any adjustments at all when running these plays. Like, you don't need adjustments to run RPOs. You just need to be able to make reads. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, when you run an RPO, you're throwing it anyway, because that's the glitchiness of it. So that's the video, guys. Rant's over. If you're struggling against this defense, watch this video, like I said. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I'll see what I can do to help you. So yeah,